So good morning everyone. This is second lecture of nuclear physics. So in first chapter we have defined nucleus, what basically nucleus is, which component actually forms nucleus, like nucleons we have discussed, and all these things we have discussed in yesterday's class. So today we are going to discuss one of the most important concept of nucleus, that is nuclear binding energy. So first of all, we have to understand what this binding energy means, guys. So I have taken, suppose, an element X having atomic number Z and atomic mass A. This is atomic number and this is mass number or atomic mass number or atomic mass. Okay guys, so I can say that atomic number means Z proton or Z electron, and mass number A minus Z, I can say that neutron. So if I have taken Z proton and A minus Z neutron, I will combine these two particles, means Z proton and A minus Z neutrons. Why we are combining? To form a nucleus, because nucleus is made up of proton and neutrons, guys. So I have taken Z proton and A minus Z neutrons. So this forms a nucleus. So when nucleus will be formed, or this structure will release some energy. So when this nucleus form, it will release some energy. This energy is known as binding energy, guys. So what actually binding energy? If we provide this energy, if we provide this, suppose this energy I have named it EB, binding energy. Suppose I will provide binding energy to an element, so what will happen? It will breaks it into its constituent particle. It will break into Z proton and A minus Z neutron. So this gives you the concept of binding energy. This what I have written here. The total energy required to be supplied to a nucleus to break it apart into its free nucleons is called binding energy, guys. So what is binding energy? The total energy, how much you have to give to a nucleus so that it breaks into constituent particles. Like this X is a nucleus, I have taken X A comma Z an element. So when I give binding energy to this element, this nucleus of this element, which contains Z proton and A minus Z neutrons, they will break and separated into this thing. So binding energy is the amount of energy which you supply to any atom. The atom will be break into constituents, or nucleons will separated from each other. Nucleons will get separated. This is binding energy, guys. So it is very easy to calculate binding energy, guys. How? Because if you measure this individual particles, like protons mass you will measure separately, and A minus Z neutrons mass you measure separately, guys, this mass is higher than the actual mass of this nucleus. So guys, actually what happens, suppose you have taken some example, I am taking you so that you can understand, but not now. After this example, maybe tomorrow or any other day, I will take one example so that you can understand why. Because guys, with the help of mass spectroscopy, we measure these things, and I know that mass of one proton and mass of one neutron. So when I will measure this mass, so this mass exceeds, guys, this mass exceeds from this mass. The difference between these two masses is called mass defect. So guys, the first thing you have to understand that for calculation of binding energy, we have to understand what is mass defect. So difference in the mass of individual nucleons minus nucleus original mass minus mass of the nucleus will give you mass defect. So I'm just writing here, it is observed that I have written here, guys. It suppose this nucleus having mass mx, I have written, because whole of the elements mass is supposed to be concentrated in nucleus, guys. We have discussed yesterday, electron has negligible mass as compared to protons and neutrons. So most of the protons and neutrons mass is nucleons, actually atomic mass is concentrated in nucleus. So if you measure this nucleus, so this mass will be less as compared to this individual mass, guys. So I have written nuclear mass or mx is less than zmp plus a minus zmn, and this difference is called mass defect, guys. Very important formula which you have to remember. Suppose we will see some examples of mass defect also, how you can calculate mass defect and binding energy. So delta m is equal to z into mass of proton plus a minus z into mass of neutron minus mx. Now guys, binding energy per nucleus, yeah, per nucleons I should write. Binding energy of nucleus first, then binding energy per nucleons we will calculate later. Delta E is equal to delta m into c square, where delta m is your mass defect. This mass defect into c square is your binding energy, the energy which binds the nucleons together, or if we supply this energy to nucleons, so it will be separated individual. So this energy, how you calculate? First you calculate mass defect by this formula and multiply this by c square, you get the binding energy. Binding energy is nothing but, guys, this formula multiplied by c square. That's why I've written. So what is mass energy equivalence, guys? So generally you know that atomic and nuclear masses are measured in AMU. That thing you have to keep in mind. We usually not measure the mass of nucleus in kilogram, guys, because they are very insignificant value. So like 1 AMU is equal to 1.656 into 10 to power minus 27 kilogram. And because, guys, you know that if you measure the mass of one carbon atom, so it will be 1.9 into 10 to the power minus 26, and when it divide by 12, so this will be coming the value, this one, which is equal to 1 AMU or 1 atomic mass unit, because carbon 12 is taken as a standard, guys, to define this atomic mass unit. This I have already discussed when I was discussing the first lectures. So atomic mass unit or 1 U is equal to 1.656 into 10 to the power minus 27 kilogram. So in terms of this you will write any unit. So guys, delta m, suppose I have taken mass defect, delta m is equal to 1 U, 1 atomic mass unit. So that is what is the energy corresponding to this, guys? So I can say that 1 U multiplied by c square. So when you multiply by 1 U into c square, so this will be energy in joule, guys, but I have to convert it into electron volt. So what I will do, guys, you know that 1 electron volt is equal to 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 joule. So I will divide this joule by 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19. So this will be electron volt, and this value you should remember, guys, 931.5 into 10 to the power 6 or 931.5 million electron volt. Why I am telling you this value to remember? Because, guys, this actually, when you have to convert 1 U into energy, so only multiply by 931.5 million electron volt or 931.5 into 10 to the power 6. So 1 U, I have just given the summary of the things, guys. 1 U can be written as mass of one atomic mass unit is 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 27, which is a proton's mass actually, and energy corresponding to this is 931.5 million electron volt. So guys, today I think I should stop here only. In next class we will see some numericals regarding to this mass defect and binding energy.